Thank you and good afternoon. It's Sunday football. Eagles beat the Commanders 26-18. Eagles scored 3 touchdowns in a row before it became 26-10. And then it was made 26-18 on a late touchdown. The Commanders are at 7-4. The Eagles are 8-2. Saquon Barkley gets 26 yards and 26 carries and 146 yards and 2 touchdowns. Let's go over Sunday's games for the Bills and Chiefs. The Bills will be without Dawson Knox. Kellen Coleman will also be out. Amari Cooper is questionable and likely with some kind of likely without Matt Milano on the Bills. The Kansas City Chiefs play those Buffalo Bills. Watch out for quarterback Josh Allen, James Cook, defensive player Ed Oliver, Greg Rosarena. For the Chiefs, missing will be Harrison Butker. A lot of people don't feel bad for him because of political opinions. So I do feel bad for him. And the Chiefs signed kicker Harrison Butker was placed on the IR. Kansas City Chiefs signed Spencer Slater as a fill-in. He will be the kicker. Players to watch out for: Patrick Mahomes, Kareem Hunt. Wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster watch out for. He returns from an injury. DeAndre Hopkins, he's been really good. Defense Chris Jones and Trent McDuffie bounces back after his worst game as a pro. Kickoff is at 3:25. Buffalo has the Chiefs number during the regular season, but the Chiefs have their number in postseason. The Bills are favored by 2. Kick is at 3:25. Kickoff at noon. We're going to go a little weird order, but this is the order that I decided to go in because the noon game was the next best game. Kickoff at noon will be the Steelers and Ravens. Both teams are 7-2. Russell Wilson is a player to watch out for. He has been better, and many people thought sticking with Justin Fields was the right idea. Well, it looked like Mike Tomlin knew more. Running back Najee Harris and Derrick Henry are players to watch out for. Derrick Henry is second after Saquon Barkley takes over in the lead in rushing. Big game by George Perkins would be nice. Zay Flowers, Kyle Hamilton for the Ravens, and TJ Watt for the Steelers. Game time is at 12. Ravens are favored by 3. Kickoff is at noon. We will not preview the Rams and Patriots. Rams are favored by 5.5. I've got the Rams 26-20. I've got the Ravens in the other game 24-21. I've got the Chiefs losing 24-20. We're also not going to preview the Jets and Colts. Yeah, the Jets are favored by 4 points. Jets are the host. Kick is at noon versus the Colts. Jaguars and Lions. Jamari Gibbs will be a player to watch out for at the running back. Jared Goff, quarterback. Wide receiver Jermaine St. Brown. Penny Sewell is the offensive tackle we really watch out for. Brian Bash is a quarterback. Trevor Lawrence is a player to watch out for, but he is out. It'll be Mac Jones to start, former Patriot, makes his first start for the Jaguars. Running back Tank Bigsby and wide receiver Brian Thompson. Josh Allen is a player to watch out for on defense for the Jaguars. And we said defensive back Brian Branch is a player to watch out for. Give me the Lions 30-20. They're favored by 14. Kick is at noon. The Vikings play the Titans 2-7. Sam Darnold, who has won 4 in a row. Aaron Jones, Justin Jefferson, Will Levis, and Tony Pollard and Calvin Ridley. Will Levis, Tony Pollard, and Calvin Ridley on the Titans. Aaron Jones, Sam Darnold, Aaron Jones, and Justin Jefferson are on the Vikings. Vikings defensive players to watch out for: Joshua Mattis and Jonathan Gradwin. Players to watch out for on the Vikings, Stephon Gilmore, Andrew McLean, and also defensive player to watch out for the Titans, Justin Simmons. Those are players to watch out for. Kick is at noon. The Bears will play the Packers. The Packers are favored by 5.5. Maybe their last chance for the Bears to get back in it. Caleb Williams, as people are saying, is getting worse off than he was before. They're worried about the pressure and is he scared to throw? And our ghost coming back in the backfield. I made that one up. And throwing bad, and is he is he just not good enough right now, or is he just too worried? And the Colts don't have the Bears don't have a full coaching staff, and so they go redo that next year. Is that what happens? They fired their offensive coordinator this week. DeAndre Swift, Romeo Ordonez, Packers players to watch out for. Jordan Love, who hasn't had a breakout year yet. Questionable. Josh Jacobs, ankle injury. Emmanuel Wilson would be the backup. Jay Reed would be a player to watch out for at the wideout. Watch out for Jared Alexandra and the cornerback Rashawn Gray. For the Bears players to watch out for on defense, Kevin Bernard and Jalen Johnson. Packers 23-17. My score, Packers are favored by 5.5. Kick is at noon. Now back to the 3:25 games. That will be the Falcons and Broncos. The Falcons, Kirk Cousins, Bajay Robinson, Darryl Money. If he doesn't play, the next receiver would be Ray May McLeod. Katie Jarrett is a player to watch out for. Jesse Bates. The Falcons had a loss in last week's game over the Saints. The Broncos had a loss on a blocked field goal. The Broncos are 5-5 with Bo Nix, Javonte Williams, Cortland Sutton. Defense, Patrick Surtain. Kick is at 3:05. Falcons and Denver. Denver is favored by 2. Give me the Broncos 23-20. The San Francisco 49ers, Brock Purdy, Jordan Mason. Now George Kittle is questionable. He will likely play though, looks like to me. Another wide receiver to watch out for is Ricky Parcell, who was shot and just missed him in the back from dying. That's the player to root for. Kick us at 3:05. Then we do the Sunday night game, Bengals and Chargers. Joe Burrow and the Chasers. Chase Brown and Jamar Chase. It's Trey Hendricks and Sam Hubbard are defensive stars to watch out for. Trey Hendricks does it on the Bengals and Sam Hubbard does it on the Bengals. Justin Herbert and J.K. Dobbins and Lad McCoy are players to watch out for the Chargers. Defensive player Joey Bosa. Kick is at 7:20. Chargers by 1.5. Give me the Chargers 23-20. Let's go to KU first, even though it was the last game. Kansas beats up on BYU 17-13. BYU gets handed its first loss, 9-1. The Jayhawks advance to 4-6. And it was a turnover on downs, allowing the Jayhawks to win. Their final touchdown came with 13-19 left to go in the fourth quarter. KU defense backed it up and played well. And the turnover on downs decided the game. When they had the ball on the 16, it was completed for 8 yards. They did not get in. Now on to the rest of the games. Oregon goes to overtime and beats Wisconsin 16-13. Texas beats Arkansas 20-10. And Ohio State beats Northwestern 31-7. Penn State beats Purdue 49-10. Tennessee loses to Georgia 31-17. Georgia controlled it most of the way, except it was 10-0 in the first quarter but then Georgia took control with 17. It was even at 17-17 before the Georgia finished with 2 touchdowns, one in the third quarter and one in the fourth. Final 31-17. And Notre Dame beats Virginia 35-14. Alabama beats Mercer 52-7. Boise State beats San Jose State 42-21. SMU beats Boston College 38-28. And Texas A&M beats New Mexico State 38-3. And Kansas State loses 24-14. Kansas State was up 17-0 before they tried to come storming back, but that was not completed as they missed a field goal, which would have made it 24-17. A punt and interception ended the game, 24-14. Colorado beats up on Utah 49-24. In New Mexico beats Washington State number 18 38-35. Stanford beats Louisville 38-35. Clemson beats Pittsburgh 24-20. And Florida upsets LSU 27-16. And Navy loses to Tulane 35-0. And that's Sam on. And on to Missouri. Missouri got the go-ahead touchdown by Luther Burden on a 37-yard pass. And the 2-point conversion was good. But with 15 seconds to go, and got it down to field goal range, but then Raheem Sanders knocked off 3 big would-be tacklers for a 15-yard on a flip to Rocket Sanders. He scored all the way to the end zone, and 3 would-be tacklers for Missouri did not tackle him. Final 34-30, South Carolina wins. This is Sam Vaughan for Sam Sports Report. Enjoy Sunday football.